Once upon a time, I invented a new letter. A letter that is not in the alphabet. Ng, ng, ng. I won't go into further detail because we're going to be... let's create a new figure of speech in the genre of literature. Anybody who's a literature aficionado knows what a simile is. Metaphor, alliteration, all these things. Hyperbole. Like Paul, when he was writing, I wish I could be accursed from Christ for the salvation of my fellow Israelites. It sounds like he's saying, he's being extreme. It sounds like he's saying, I would be willing to lose my salvation and go to hell in the play if it would save the Jews from going to hell. Paul doesn't really mean that. He's using hyperbole. Well, let's create another figure of speech. Even as I created that new letter, ng, not G-N, N-G. The best way I know how to pronounce is N-G. Closing ng. Ng, ng, not closing g, closing ng, ng, Nillard, no, with no spit, not no, not no. Understand? Well, let's create this new damn figure of speech. Let me show this video right here first. I entitled this video, Dr. George G. Ritchie preaches that Jesus did not die on the cross for our sins. Give me a second. Jesus did. Doctor, I'm putting this video out. Dr. George G. Ritchie does not believe Jesus is death. Takes away our sin. That Jesus, all that's necessary for the Christian's life is his life and his teachings of morality. His death does not amount to nothing. His death does not do anything for us. I'm accusing Dr. George G. Ritchie of saying this. And why am I saying this? Because listen to what he says in this video of his. The Bible in 1 John says, test the spirit. What? Listen.
He didn't go live because he had 100% of his feet. If he came down here and got mixed up with this insanity we're all infected with, then we probably kill him. But the most misunderstood thing about Christianity as a talk was that he came down here to die. Show me where it says it.
Okay. I showed him. In other words, so I'm pointing my finger at Dr. Ritchie's face and saying, you believe the death of Jesus Christ amounts to nothing in our lives. All that matters is his life. His death does not mean shit. That's what I'm saying openly. I'm saying, and knowing full well that Dr. George G. Ritchie also in his book, right here, My Life After Dying, says this. Certainly Jesus and his Father, our God, knew if he came down here to earth's plane and confronted us with the truth about our individual thinking and how far we had strayed from God's desires and teachings, we would kill him. In this sense, as well as the more orthodox, which is the organized church teaches, I believe that he died for our sins. But son of a bitch. Hold on. Give me a second. This fucking pisses me off. Got that shit again. Fucking sorry ass video editing shit. Where the fuck is my picture, you fucking bitch? Anyways, I don't think George Ritchie and I believe the same thing about the death of Jesus Christ. And I cannot ask him. I tried to ask him. I asked him. He does not give me a concise, clear answer that settles the matter. So what I'm doing is I'm greatly stretching what he said and putting my greatly reading way too much into what he said. When he said this right here. So, I'm downright maybe lying about what he said. Exaggerating what he said to make it say something that I want him to say he said when maybe he didn't mean what he said. Now, why am I doing that? Because I'm trying to bring this down to get it down to a showdown. I'm trying to force himself to take a stand one way or the other, so I can know when he says Jesus died for our sins. Are we seeing when I said Jesus died for our sins? Are we saying the same thing and meaning the same thing, or are we using the same Christian terminology, meaning two totally different things? So I'm deliberately making him putting words in his mouth that stretch what he said, to force him to take a stand on the issue. Now what? Now there's no. So anyways, anytime you say something, you quote something, or say something about somebody that takes what he said and stretches it to say something that you wonder if he meant when he said that, but damn, this is pissing me off. Okay, when you don't know where somebody stands on the issue and they say something, and you take and you exaggerate what they said and put words in the mouth what he said because you're not sure where he stands. You do this purposefully because you're hoping to get a reaction from him. You're hoping you may just be lying about what he said, saying he said something that he didn't say. You're putting out to force him to take a stand and to clarify what he means when he says what he did. Now this is not simile. This is not hyperbole. This is a new figure of speech that I've just discovered. So let's create a word for this. Okay. You got simile, alliteration, metonym. Okay, let's create it using Greek words. Attack, goad, truth. You are purposefully attacking what he said and making him say what he maybe did not say, to goad him into telling the truth of what he really thinks. Okay? Greek word for attack. Now how the fuck do you pronounce this shit? Babla. Okay, Babla, we got Babla. Give me a second. Babla. Now, goad. Greek word for goad. You know, like an oxgoad. Like you use a sharp, pointy stick to force the animal to go in the direction you want him to go. Man, this fucking shit is pissing me off. Fuck this shit. Need some fucking video editing tool that fucking works. I look so fucking ugly. So fat. Greek word for goad. Greek word for oxgoad. Hey Pax, Legomenon. Where's a fucking Dunamis? Dunamis? Babla Dunamis? Babla done. That's okay. Greek word for truth. Son of a bitch. I can't. How the fuck do you pronounce this fucking shit? Okay. Son of a bitch. How do you pronounce truth? Son of a bitch. This is fucking pissing me off. Son of a fucking bitch. Come on. Fucking bitch. Aletheia, okay. Dunamis. Son of a bitch. Dunamis. Aletheia. Aletheia. So we need to break these words down. Babladulet. Babladulet. Okay, Babladulet. Babladulet. Okay. So we just came up with another word. A Babladulet. Son of a fucking bitch. That's a bitch. Fucking bitch. A Babladulet. So, a Babladulet is a figure of speech. We intentionally take something someone said and make it say something totally exaggerated, more than what he meant it to said, in order to force the person to take a stand and tell you, without beating around the bush, what he fully means. The full meaning, because you don't know if he and you are really seeing eye to eye on the same wavelength. So we just created a new word, a babladulet, babladulet, from the Greek word babla, attack. Took the D and the U out of the word. What the fuck? Han. How do you... Son of a fucking bitch. Fuck this shit. Fuck it. You just want me to see my face. How do you... Oxgoads. Now, what in the fuck? I had this fucking word. Lambda. So we had to recreate the word lambda. fuck you. Lambda. Babladulet. Babladulet. Well, here's the funny thing about the language. Babladulet. 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 Babla. So I take the D out of the word lambda because I thought it was I forgot what the fucking word was. Anyways, a babladulet is a figure of speech. We take something someone says and make it say something that you wanted to say that perhaps you did not mean, to force him, to goad him, to force him to go where you want to go. And where you wanted to go, you wanted to say, expand on what he thinks, tell the full truth of what he believes. Damn. So, we just created a new form to go with the word simile, hyperbole, alliteration. Now we got Babladulet. And now that's your lesson for the night.